Hello everyone, Kerry here, Director of Community with Men's League, and proud to be a part of the Man Talk Monday initiative. And Fabian and Derek have been very patient with me waiting on this one, but I think it's important. And I want to be clear on my intention of sharing what I am today, a little bit of a taboo topic. We're going to talk about divorce and infidelity and how it affects men, how it affects fathers, and what that's all about. My intention is to connect and inspire men out there right now that might be going through something like this, or maybe there's something on the horizon, or maybe it happened years ago and they're still carrying that with them and not able to kind of move forward with their lives. So and inspiring them to reach out, connect, talk to someone, process, heal. That's what this is all about. So the couple quick stats I know, and it depends what you Google, you can look in and find that the stats on men versus women after divorce. Now, I'm not downplaying anything, like there are, anyone's emotions or what's happening, but you can just Google the stats, and divorced men are 2 to 3 times more likely to commit suicide than a divorced woman. And that's disturbing. Add on to the fact, and I can speak to this through my journey. I mean, I'm not projecting anything into anyone else's experiences or anything else, but on the day of my 45th birthday, I found out that the woman I was with for the last 15 years, married to, was having an affair. And the more I dug into that and the more I found out about it, the more devastating and crushing it was to me. And just a little side note for anyone out there, that if you find out that your partner is having an affair and you have evidence and you know that it's true, stop digging. You don't need to dig further, because some of the stuff you find out and it just goes back and back. Some of that stuff takes a lot of work, a lot of healing, a lot of work to get through and move through. So once you know what you know, believe it. As much as you don't want to believe it, and then move on. But yeah, so my point, I mean, and I'll back up quickly. I'll own my role in the relationship. I mean, relationships are always two people, right? And I'll own the fact that I played a role in it, no questions at all. And I could have been better in a lot of things. And after a lot of work and healing and digging deep on my end, I realized that what my synopsis of it was is that I wasn't pursuing excellence in every area of my life. And I'm happy to say that has shifted now, and I'll never stop. But yeah, it could have been better. Right? But that doesn't condone the actions of what other people do and what that is. And there's terrible things that happen to people out there. But I want to speak specifically, again, to you, the man that has just found out that his marriage is over, and it's due to the person that you're with stepping out, right? I mean, it changes everything. The feelings that I felt that day were worthless. Like my kids are going to think I'm a failure. There's no one that's ever going to want to be with me. I'll never be in another relationship again in my life. It's hopeless and truly. And if I had to describe one word to sum it all up, it was hopeless. And that's not a great place to be, because that put me in my truck that morning. I got in my truck and went to do up my seatbelt, and then said, you know what? I'm not going to need this today. I'd given myself 10 minutes to live. And I said, this truck's going 180 into a bridge pillar, into a wall. I don't really know right now. And I was just kind of thinking where that's going to happen. And then all of a sudden, and I had opened the garage door, and all of a sudden, I don't know what it was. It wasn't a voice. It wasn't like an audible voice. It wasn't a feeling. I don't know. I believe in God, the universe, source, and I'm not saying anyone should believe in anything or not. But in that moment, it said, not today, Kerry. And I remember asking why, what possibly could be good for me moving forward. It was all dark. And then it's just, I don't know. It came to me. I have 3 kids, and for me, it's like, your kids are going to have questions. And I've known people, I haven't known anyone directly that's committed suicide, thank goodness, but I've known people that have, and what that burdens them with for the rest of their lives. I should have seen a sign. I should have known. What could I have done different? And man, there's no chance that I'm going to leave my kids with that. And I said, even no matter how ugly this gets, no matter how rough it gets, and I end up under a bridge, and it's kind of ironic that I'm filming this under a bridge, but it's like I could be under a bridge in a cardboard box, but I will always be around to answer those questions for my kids. And that was the why for me that got me through that moment, that said, no matter what, I'm going to keep going, and pushed me through that hopelessness. and all of those feelings that you don't make enough money, you're not good enough in bed, you're not good looking enough, you don't do this. And as a man in that place, you tell yourself every single one of those things over and over and over. And if you're that man right now, I'm telling you, those are lies. 100% lies. And moving through, you will see that. Right? You will see, but only if you do the work, right? Reach out, have conversations. I felt that I had to do it on my own, and it really prolonged so much for me with just that journey of healing and moving forward my life and becoming, and I'm grateful for the experience, because I'm 10 times the father that I was before, 10 times the man, 10 times the friend. And I couldn't see it any other way. And that's what hooked me up with Men's League. Like it's crazy how it all plays out. But that's my message is no matter how dark it seems right now for you, it gets better. But you need to do the work, and you're not, and as lonely as you feel right now, you are not the only person in the world that has felt this way. And I know it feels that way. And if you have no one to reach out to, I wanted to reach out to people outside of my circle that just in case it worked out, I didn't want anyone judging me like, oh, I can't believe you did this or you didn't leave. Like, you know, and I didn't need that. So I looked for that safe place, someone that I could connect to. And if you feel that you have no one to talk to, I mean, you can reach out to counselors, coaches, anyone in Men's League, even like me, like whatever, right? Like you can reach out and we want to have that conversation. Like you're not alone. So, and coming back to it, and that's the thing, is no matter how dark it gets, when you do the work, it gets better. And I know that personally because I'm telling you, I'm living it. And if I would have taken that permanent solution to a temporary problem back on that day, on my 45th birthday, I would have missed out on so many brilliant and magic experiences with my kids, so many learning points in my life, so many relationships, friends that I've met over the years, and things that I've experienced, and I would have missed them all. And now knowing that I'm able to support others and in sharing messages like this and providing hope and moving forward, that's what this is about. There's a reason why you're where you are right now, and do not give up. And so my message, the message that I'm sending to you today that I really could have used that day, is when you feel like there's no hope left, when you got no fight left, right? You do. The nights that you cry yourself to sleep to the point where you feel you have no tears left, and I've been there, right? And that's okay to do that. As a man, that is okay. It is more than okay to do that, right? You have purpose in this world, right? That grip on your heart that clenches down will loosen, right? The walls will stop closing in. The water's calm. It's all there. Like it gets better when you do the work. So keep going. Reach out, right? There's an abundance of love for you in this world, and the experiences that you have, but you can only experience that when you keep going and don't give up and reach out. And again, my message, you don't have to do it alone. Not at all. So as dark as it seems, right? As dark as it seems, it will get better. And I mean, and there's so many times I've said, people say time heals everything. I think that's BS. I think it's what you do at the time that heals everything. So don't sit around and woe is me. And I mean, and you know what? You're completely justified in that. And there's, but we can't control the actions of others and what all that looks like, but you can control what you do right now. So quick message to you. If you are in this spot, or whether it's a medical diagnosis, whether it's whatever, career and whatever, that three things: do no harm to yourself, do no harm to others, and do no harm to anything. And truly those three pinpoints have navigated me through the storm to the point where I am grateful for what is and excited for what's coming. So if you feel like having a conversation, if you feel like you're all alone, you can reach out to me, reach out to Fabian, reach out to Derek. We're all more than willing to have that conversation with you. But I'm grateful for Men's League. I'm grateful for the ability to share a message like this, because again, the stats are crazy on that. Divorced men 2 or 3 times more likely to commit suicide than a divorced woman. And when you add in the infidelity on top of that, and where you go and what you feel as a result of that, it's no question to me that men go to those places. And I'm telling you right now, you have purpose in this world. There's so much left, so much beauty, so much magic for you to experience. Keep going. Keep going. Cheers.